All right, guys. Jeep stuff is done for a while. Back to the Ford. So I have a guy who is coming to buy my rear axle. I said in an earlier video I'm going with an S10 two-wheel drive axle. I think it's an inch shorter on either side, like inch further in. And I have to get Chevy wheels, obviously, for the bolt pattern. But I'm getting wheels with 3/4 of an inch more back spacing. Less back spacing. Less back spacing. So the wheels will be almost in the same exact spot these are. Give me another 1/4 inch of clearance between the flare, I got Jeeps on the mind. The Foxcraft skirts and the tire. Summit has them, they're like $60 a pop, something like that. I'm gonna do disc brakes in the front once I sell these Fat Man uprights. I'm selling my Fat Man uprights with steering arms. $700 if anyone's interested. Not a bad deal. That's saving like almost $200 plus shipping if you bought them from a shop. Anyway, I really need to get a tripod, so all my videos aren't just me talking about something and then having it done. So I'm going to pull this tire off real fast. Got to use the bottle jack right between here and the frame to push this down because the tire won't fit. That's one of the main reasons I'm doing this. It's going to bring everything in further. So the tire, I mean, if this had like a 1/4 inch more clearance, it'd be perfect. But, so yeah, that is that. This rear still works perfectly. I'm just going with the T5, so I want to keep everything consistent from the U-joints and all that. If I need a part on the road, I can just stop and buy something for an S10 at that point. So yeah, let me go ahead and pop this tire off, and then I should be able to video from there, I hope. We'll find out. So that's what you have to do right there. I think I got this little jack at Walmart. I think it was like cheaper than even the cheapest one from Harbor Freight, which was kind of surprising. But it works perfectly. It's like a rapid pump, or as rapid as a small jack pump can be. But it gets it done, and you just hope it doesn't pop off those U-bolts, hit you in the face, which it didn't. And there we go. Tire's off. And again, this is 6 inches to 7 inches lowered because I have those 4-inch Jamco drop springs and I pulled 2 leaves off the bottom of them. So there we go. Let me get this jack out of here. She's stuck. All right, let me do this. There we go. That's off. And now I can get to work getting this axle out here. Now, fun fact, these hard lines, they're new. They look like crap, obviously, because the guy didn't take the time to cut and flare or anything, but I'm going to use them just to make this job a little easier. But the thread that threads into the wheel cylinders are the same as the S10. So there's that. Counting on that being the same, but we'll see. I hope. I can't remember if the S10 rear has a breather tube or not. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to have to take the drive shaft. I can't find a conversion U-joint from 3R, which is the S10, to this drive shaft. So I'm just going to have them cut that off, put the 3R end on it, and then when I do the 5-speed, I'll have to do the same in the front and maybe shorten it or whatever, but we'll figure that out when the time comes. All right, let me go find some wrenches and get to work. All right, the breather bolt is 5/8. I really didn't want to use a ratchet on it, but I couldn't find a wrench. These brake line fittings are 3/8 right here. These are, I believe they're 11/16, but I can't remember, to tell you the truth. I'll figure it out here in a minute. Maybe 3/4. Let me see. Yep, 3/4 on those. And then I have to figure out the drive shaft, but that's nothing. And then she's out of here. And there we have it. So let me go ahead and rip this out real fast. All right, the U-joint bolts here are 7/16. So get those off. Can't see the other one. Let me see if I can turn this thing. I think it's in neutral. I thought it was in neutral. It's not in neutral. Okay. Could have sworn I had it in neutral. All right, I better use two hands. I'll be right back. All right, so from the center line of the tube to the middle of the U-joint is 11 1/4. Somewhere in that range. I mean, very, very close to 11 1/4. So I need to get the S10 axle so I can measure it and see if I need to have this drive shaft shortened. Hopefully I don't, because I know I'm going to have it shortened when I do the T5. That's 100%. But yeah, 11 1/4. This is for me to reference back to, because I'll forget by the time I get the axle. So let me finish taking this out and we will continue. And there it is. The old one is out. Now would be a perfect time to get in there and do something. I don't know what. There's the fuel pump. Yeah, no, I really don't need to do anything. I need to notch the frame, but the axle can be in there when I do that, so I know where the center line of the wheel is. There's the fluid that came out of it. Still looks good. Wheel cylinders are newer. See, they're not all chewed up. They look good. The brake lines came out super easy with a regular 3/8 wrench. So this thing's definitely had its new brakes. The front has fantastic brakes on it. New wheel cylinders, they haven't even rusted yet. So I'm assuming these are the same. But there she is. Let this guy come pick this up and I will be getting the S10 axle and putting it in. All right, part 1 concluded. Like, subscribe, all that stuff that everybody says all the time. All right, I'm out. Take her easy.